Some of the messages that I learned growing up and internalized as to what a real man is, a lot of the stuff came from the men in my neighborhood. There's some message from my dad, not a whole lot from my dad, but one of the biggest messages that I did get from him was, you know, women shouldn't wear certain things, shouldn't wear certain provocative clothing, and it's unfortunate, but my mother was a model, and he demonstrated that by, he went and cut up all of her clothing, and to say, if I told you not to wear this stuff, you wear it anyway, so I just take it away. So it's like, if your woman is doing something you don't want her to do, that's how you do it. You just take it away from her without even asking her. So that was one big thing that I got from that, from growing up, and as to what a real man is. Now, I didn't know. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's fine.
I didn't know if you want me to go on to the next question, or do I spend time? Do you want me to spend time with these?
Are there other examples that come to mind?
Yeah, I have a couple other examples.
Yeah, so go through those.
Okay.
And we'll kind of mix it up, and
Okay.
yellow will
Okay.
separate it out.
Okay. Not a problem. And there's another. In high school, sports. I played a lot of sports: football, baseball, basketball, and all that. We had women's sports as well. But the funny thing was, whenever we played during baseball season, we always got, half a day off and got to go to the games, and the teachers would always, give us our homework early and excuse some of the stuff if we didn't have it. And the thing I noticed, that it was volleyball season, and one of the girls that played on the volleyball team was always complaining that she never had time to finish her work because she, they never excused them like they did the baseball players. And I just thought that was awful strange. And of course, that's another model of privilege that we all, as men, that we go through those things, that we don't think to really check those things when it's going on, because that's what we're taught. That's exactly what I was taught. And growing up, the men in your community and the men in your family were your biggest role models. And if they were doing things, then, obviously that had to be the right way to do it. And if our coaches in high school are showing us that this is the way you do things, then obviously that's the right way to do things as well. So, I carried those things on with being. And
so what was the message you took away from that? Like, what did that tell you about men?
Well, the message I took away from is that the boys' sports are more important than the women's sports. And what we do is more important than what the women are doing and the girls at that time are doing. So that's it. Just, and for me, I have 5 sisters, and I some of that stuff I just couldn't understand, and I'd make jokes about it. But now older, I understand that it's wrong. But I would make comments like, there's no such thing as women athletes, or only women that play sports. So those are all messages. A lot of messages I got growing up, and
So those are the messages you got growing up,
right?
And they translated into you reinforcing them or teaching other people those messages.
Absolutely,
later in life.
absolutely. Because I spent a lot of time around sports, and I got a lot of nieces and nephews and things of that nature, and the same type of mentality. We'd always, I'd take my nephews with me. We'd go out and play ball, but I'd leave my nieces in the house, and they want to come outside and play too. And that type of behavior, it just carried over into every aspect of my life. I don't know what that was.